I'd like to be placed in the place where I met Alyssa, my lover from 7 years ago. The lab. Alright, Miss Jones. I'll pass it on. Thank you. Days after the meeting, I get a new business card. Body Care Line Research Office Assistant Manager. Was this the right choice? There's no way of knowing, at least for now. Feels so strange now that I'm leaving. You feel strange? Is it because you don't want to leave me? Yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that. Should I be upset? Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sort of. I answer without thinking about it. Can't you put some more life into it? This wasn't enough. What were you expecting? Oh, I don't know, tears of sadness over an abrupt parting. Hold on. Let me go poke my eyeballs. No, don't do that. I sneaker and pack my things. There's no turning back. I can only walk forward. To my new seat. The name I yearn for. I walk into the research building and realize it smells better than I thought. I didn't expect to be greeted by such a sweet, cozy scent. I wonder if they know I like scents like this. Just then, Alicia notices me and come over, looking glamorous as usual. You came. Oh, Alyssa. Come to think of it, she smelled just as good as when we first met. I wonder just how different the Alyssa who warmly embraced me from behind on that first day is. Thanks for choosing our lab, compared to the way she is now. I take a mischievous jab at her. Then help me move the stuff. Despite my childish behavior, she holds out her hands. Okay, hand them over. Let's see. Notebook, calendar, sticky notes. Is this all yours? Who else would it be for? So you don't have any gifts for me? Why would I? I don't know. Take a piece of candy out the bag or something. Can I have two? No. Okay. I'll try to satisfy myself with just one. She's so sly nowadays. Here's your seat. Oh, it's next to the window. I know you like basking in the sunlight. Yes, that's why I like it. She speaks calmly and I nod casually, as if we're talking about something that happened yesterday. I'll show you how to use the coffee machine later. We have a coffee machine? I bought it myself. I don't drink instant coffee, remember? She pauses. I mean, not that you should. No, I remember. The room goes silent for a moment. That's when it sinks in. We broke up with each other. Let me know when you finish unpacking. Oh, Alyssa? Yes? Let's be a little bit more considerate. Please tell me if I make you uncomfortable. Please tell me. She might not be so happy with our reunion after all. I don't think I can. Why? I can never say that to you. Perhaps I already know she's the same, even down to her kindness that I both loved and hated. I look at her as she turns back. I learn a lot of things on my first day. Who works in our line, how to format documents, and how to work overtime with your ex. Alyssa still hasn't gone home. Aren't you going home? Oh, I have some things to take care of. Liar. I know she's been doing nothing but play solitary for quite some time. I glance sideways at her. What should I do? It would be so awkward to be alone with her. What about you? You'll get a matching spec. Okay, we're gonna work overtime. Yes, it's awkward, but I still have work to do. I think I'll just finish this up. It's your first day. There's no need to stress yourself out. You too. What I meant was stop being obvious and go home. What am I supposed to do when the person who can see right through me is playing dumb on purpose? There's no point in saying anything. I failed to convince her, so I turned my attention back to my documents. Time passes by. When I'm almost done with my job, I hear Alyssa call me. Aren't you cold? A little. Tonight's rather chilly. Let me get you something to wear. She says as she pulls something out of the cabinet. Our lab coat. Want it? Is that mine? Yes, for your first day on the job. I had always admired white lab coats back in college. It reminded me of Alyssa. She looked so cool in them. Excited, I walked her without any objection. Okay, we'll be a little sly ourselves. This is my first time. Could you help me? Help you put it on? I've never worn a lab coat before, so all you have to do is put it on. I can't help but think you have other intentions. No, I was just joking. I'll just put it on by myself. No, you suggested it first. She smiles mischievously and spreads the coat. As I put my arms in, she comes up to me and... Hold on, your hair's getting tangled. My heart jumps when I hear her voice from behind. Just a minute. I feel her cool hands on the back of my neck. Her fingers brush my shoulders and run down my spine. Before they reach my waist, I see, the belt's a bit too big. Or long. You must have gotten thinner. As she fastens the belt with her own hands, I hang my head low, wishing she won't see how red I am. Thinking about how she's practically embracing me. Put the lab coat on. There, all done. After what feels like an eternity, Alyssa lets me go. I take a look at the lab coat and notice. Wait, is this my name embroidered on the coat? I had it custom made. You're okay with this, right? She's nervous, even if she's pretending not to be. We give them to all the researchers. And you just joined the lab and I'm the chief researcher. She rambles on, trying to justify her gift. No, thanks for the gift. I'm gonna get to the point. Who knew giving you a gift would be this hard? I should take a picture to show it off. I'll keep on doing my best. We smile, wearing identical white coats. This feels strange, but it's not bad. I wear the white scented gown that reminds me of her, and continue my work. Are you done? Almost. Can I watch you till you're done? But you were glancing at me already. Sorry, I just couldn't believe it. Me being here. No, us. How we're talking and looking at each other again. I remember the last thing I said when we broke up. We're still wearing the lab coat? We're done, Alyssa. I hope we don't see each other again. Why would you say that? I hope we don't see each other again. Even now, those words cut deep. Is she thinking of that moment too? Alyssa doesn't say a word. We were so young. And we must have hurt each other in our own ways. Then, what about now? I should head home too. Do you want to ride? Yes. I accept her offer and she gets her coat and the keys to her car. I see the words Chief Researcher embroidered in the lab coat she casually hangs. She's a successful adult now. Congratulations. For what? On being Chief Researcher. That was your dream, back then. The night must have put a spell on me. Why else would I be so affectionate to her? We're done here. Let's go. You're right. The parking lot smells faintly of cigarettes. Alyssa tosses her hair, looking stressed. She must still hate the smell of cigarettes. I hate it too. What? Cigarettes. I can't stand them. Yeah, I can't help but be sensitive about it. It's only natural she would be. After all, her job is to create nice, clean scents. Let's go then. We half walk, half run across the parking lot. Our shadows sway under the moonlight. I arrive at the company apartment late at night. Scarlett's played out in the living room watching TV. You're back. Of course, why wouldn't I be? You were so late I thought you were sleeping out. As if I have someone to spend time with. Yeah, have your ex-girlfriend. Seriously? Secret story, find out what happened in Scarlett's side story. I had told her everything over a beer a little while ago. Fortunately, she wasn't too shocked. But now she tends to tease me now and then. Oh, it said right here when you went on a date with Scarlett. If I only knew. What? Never mind. Anyway, you have my permission to sleep out. Scarlett! She's just an ex. You see her every day, you still have feelings, and you work overtime with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the two of you fall for each other again. Is my love life that entertaining to you? Yeah, in fact, this is the most entertaining thing I've seen in a while. You need to tell me if something happens. Nope, not doing it. Why? I'm ready to tell you stuff. And what exactly would you tell me? Remember when I went to the after party the other day? I heard some stuff about our chief researcher there. It is tempting. After all, I don't know much about Alyssa, the chief researcher. What is it? Well, I heard. You need to bring the laundry in before I tell you anything. What? You put off laundry for so long. There's a ton of it now. Bring them in for me, will ya? She got us good there. Fine, I'll bring it in. Just so you know, I'm just doing this because I like bringing in laundry. I'm not doing this because I want to listen to your story, okay? I know, I know. It's nice seeing you enjoy yourself. I'll leave you be then. Do you have a death wish? Calm down, I was just kidding. Scarlett starts to talk about Alyssa while looking slightly scared. I thought she'd be an uptight little princess, but she's actually really popular with her coworkers. They told me almost everything. Ask me anything. You were acting like you'd tell me everything. What's the point in telling everything when you lived years with her? Better answer what you want to know. Fair enough. Anything I want to know. Well. Alright, let's go for the point blank range. Is she seeing anyone? Jumping straight to the point. No, I'm just curious. Unfortunately, she's seeing someone? Married to her work. They say she's always working overtime. Don't leave me on like that. She seems interested in dating, though. She knows all the best date spots. Which place has the best view? Which place is best lit? That kind of stuff. I'm surprised she has the time for that. She gives dating advice to her coworkers, too. She's actually pretty helpful. Oh, because her love life is so successful. Why are you so angry all of a sudden? I told you I'm not angry. Jesus, okay. Well, that's all I heard. Oh shit. It'll affect the story. That's all? Nothing else? Yep. Now go bring in the laundry. Why did I do this? I walked to the hangar feeling like I just made an unfair deal. When I returned to my bedroom, I'm quite tired, but I might finally get a good night's sleep tonight. I feel nicely drowsy and the blanket is just heavy enough. Then something comes to mind. A scent. As I go to sleep, I find myself wishing that what I'm feeling is anything but regret. I wake up feeling fresher than usual. The sunlight feels pleasant on my skin and my alarm hasn't even rung yet. I receive a text from someone who already started her day. Good morning. I'll see you at work. I think for a moment. Should I get up early today? Obviously, let's go ahead and get ready for work now. Why not? After all, I'm feeling better than usual. I stretch and get ready to leave. The weather's so nice. I walk through the streets. I walk through the streets, breathing in the clean air. Right before I reach the company building, I find a small flower shop. I didn't know shops like those were still around. I still have time until work. Should I check it out? I act on my whims and head to the flower shop, feeling happy for some reason. Welcome. Hello. The kind smile of the owner makes me smile once, and the smell of flowers makes me smile again. Is there anything you're looking for? Oh, oh shoot, I don't remember what. Plum blossoms, roses. Which one was she like? Let's get the plum blossoms. Do you still have plum? Oh. I'm surprised by my own choice. It reminds me of her. Oh, I didn't even know. Wait. For real? because I must have just took a very lucky guess. Sorry, we don't sell plum blossoms. No, it's okay. I wasn't necessarily looking for them, so I roll my eyes in embarrassment. I decide to choose something completely unrelated to Alyssa, and instead choose something I like. I'll have this. I leave the flower shop with a bouquet, feeling satisfied. I walk into the office to find Alyssa alone. I'm here. What are those flowers for? A change of surroundings. I follow her eyes to the bouquet of jasmine flowers in my arms. The lab always smells so nice, so I got this for you. My resolve to buy something unrelated to Alyssa fell apart instantly. I couldn't do it when every flower and every leaf reminded me of her. I mean, that's our only option. I mean, give it to her. Is it okay for me to have this? Take it. I don't have any ulterior motives or anything. How subtle can you be? I suppose you're used to gifts like this. I blurt out impulsively. What do you mean? Who would give me flowers? Everyone knows you're friendly with your coworkers. Who knows? One of them might... Are you jealous? What? Why would I... Forget it. But I see conviction in Alyssa's face as she smiles at me. I swear I'm not. Okay, still, thanks for the flowers. I should put these in a vase. She walks out, leaving me the only person in the office. Only then do I cringe in embarrassment. Are you crazy? What were you thinking? The only one I can blame for my stupidity is myself. God. What even was my goal there? I convinced myself that I only did it to lighten up the office. But it's not easy. Not when all I can think about is how brightly Alyssa smiled when she held the flowers. The morning sun starts warming up the office. The warmth is so comforting that I whisper to myself. I feel warm. I have a feeling I won't regret choosing to work in the lab with Alyssa. Miss Smooth, you have unlocked an extra scene. What happened between the two when they were drinking beer together? Okay, open the secret story. I love how they're like adding just so much more content to kind of fill in the gaps of what was going on. It was a strange night. I have something to tell you. What is it? My heart kept thumping. Before I tell you, promise me. I could barely taste the beer I like so much. We'll still be friends after this. And the beer, or something else, stirred in me. But even then, she met my gaze ever so charmingly. Dazed, I nodded along. Okay, promise. Oh my. Of course we're friends. Thank God. So, why are you smiling at me like that? The thing is, I like women. The ex I told you about, she was a woman too. Oh. Fortunately, the can I dropped was empty. I'm sorry for surprising you. No, it's just... It's okay, I understand if you're not comfortable with this. And I'll leave if that's what you want. You don't have to lie to spare my feelings. Oh, okay, we're on her point of view. Not this one, not the main character. We're on Scarlett's. Do you seriously think I'd hate you over something like that? It's not a big deal. I thought you would be more shocked. It's not like you're trying to recruit me into some cult or pyramid scheme. Now that would be shocking. I guess so. Point is, there's no reason for you to be so worried. Besides, I just promised you we'll still be friends. So nothing's gonna change between us? Of course. That's what I thought then. We'll still be friends, nothing will change. But that night I woke up in a cold sweat. After dreaming that I was kissing and taking Digi to bed. Oh my god. After dreaming that I was kissing and taking Digi to bed. And... am I crazy? Why did I want more? I wouldn't have objected if we went further. The confusion didn't last long. After all, this feeling didn't come out of nowhere. No. I had merely given name to something that was there from the start. Excuse me. Yes? You're an intern too, right? There's something I need to ask you. Sure, what is it? She showed me a note looking like she was on the verge of tears. Our executive manager just told me something. I wrote it down, but I can't figure out what it means. I read the note. What? Combo win for them. Fortunately, I can understand it. It says come up when everyone's with you. Let's go to his office when all the other interns arrive. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Is it because she's from the city? She's so kind and her skin's so milky. Hey. Strange. I kept staring at her, and I wanted to protect her. From the start, she felt different from the other interns. That was my first impression of her. I'm sorry. It's so freaking hilarious that she wrote it down and it just looked like gibberish. From the city girl to the fellow intern I can't stop thinking about, to the girl I live and go to work with, we slowly grew closer. We're out of eggs and milk. Really? 'Cause we run out of fabric softener too. Shouldn't we go get some groceries then? We should make a list. Let's eat out while we're at it. Why? You want to eat meat? Yep. I like days like that. There was a time when I thought saving up and getting married to a man would be my future. Forget that. Who cares about stuff like that? And this is the road I want to take. Nice weather today. Yeah. As we walked to the store, a street stall caught our eyes. I think it's an accessory stall. Let's check it out. I want to go with her. It's giving us more charm. Should we take a look then? Yes, you might find something you like. But I like whatever you like. As we looked at the accessories, this is nice. I find myself picking out accessories for her. I think this suits you. Hamster. Try it. Really? You just grab a hamster out of nowhere and put it on someone's head. It is pretty. See? I told you it fits you. I'm getting this. How much is it? I paid for it already. What? Just wear it often for me. I said like it's nothing and turned back, but I was secretly worried she might see my flushed cheeks. Days like that stacked on one after another. But of course, I wasn't the one who made her blush. Scarlett, what do you think about getting back with an ex? Even when she was walking home with me, she was thinking about her ex-girlfriend. An ex? Scarlett is a true friend. It happens. Really? If and only if you fix the reason you broke up. Or you'll just break up again for the same reason. You're still thinking about her, aren't you? Just a little. You need to snap out of it. Remember, there's still plenty of fish in the sea. I don't believe it. Believe it. Let's pick up some fish-shaped buns on our way home. They're selling the cream-filled ones over there. Oh, I love those. Yeah, I know. She locked her arms with mine as we walked together. I knew she let them go soon. But I was happy to be someone she could lean on, even if it was for a couple of minutes. What should I wear tomorrow? You didn't care about that at the overseas division. But I want to. Because of your ex. It's a secret. Like hell it is. Wait, my phone's ringing. Hold on, I'll answer it. Sure. I hide my annoyance with apathy. What's the point of living together when I feel robbed so often? I look at her take the call on the porch and... I'm gonna kick something or take her from behind. I sneak up behind her. Yeah! Hey, stop it! Tickle her and run away. What are you, 7? I wonder if this is a good thing. When she ends the call and comes back looking annoyed. You're being childish. Is it because you want more attention? Bingo! Some more attention, please. We live together. What more do you want? Can't we go outside for a change? See a movie? Go to a good restaurant? Take each other's photos? That kind of stuff. Isn't that a date? The room goes silent, with only the clock ticking. Ooh. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Okay, because if just being like, never mind, is just gonna make it more awkward. What's wrong with the movie? I sound unusually shy, but I keep talking. You said we're friends. Friends can watch movies together. You know what? What? You look kind of cute sulking like that. Cute! Anything you want to see then? Yeah. Let's go see that, with popcorn. She smiles softly. I nod again and again like an idiot. I'll tell you when I book a ticket. I can't wait. You don't know how half of it, but you don't know the half of it. Perhaps I can let some of my feelings show. I think as I lean into her carefully. Continued in the next episode.